California Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance. Our roadshow continues in Turlock, California in the Central Valley. We are joined today by the mayor of Riverbank. His name is Richard O'Brien. Riverbank, of course, a beautiful community in Stanislaus County, which, as we know, sir, was hit pretty hard during this recession. And I want to get a sense from you, how is the greater Modesto area doing today?
Well, in Riverbank, we did extremely well throughout the recession, although we had to make some hard cuts in personnel and benefits, having the employees take up their own benefits. And we have a shopping mall that's out there, shopping center out there that has saved us from the retail, through the retail taxes, and provided 40 to 50% of our revenue.
And this center had already been in existence
It had
prior
been
to the
existing,
recession?
yes. It was planned in early 2000. And it was in full swing by the time the recession hit.
What's remarkable about Riverbank, I should say, is that when you think about the general area of this community, you think there's a lot of ag. I mean, we know we're in the Central Valley. But Riverbank has made some changes, and probably at the right time, because as we're coming out of the recession, we're still in this drought, which has really hit this area hard. So how has Riverbank adjusted?
Well, a lot of the agricultural industries have already left. So there's some pockets that we have to, right now we're currently planning to change the landscape. And downtown,
literally and metaphorically?
Yes, it is. In the downtown area, where we have a contadina plant that is no longer in operation, so we're going to convert that to mixed-use housing and retail. And we also have other areas such as cheese processing plants that have vacated for, stronger areas and better facilities. And again, we have a lot of...
So why is it that you believe that for whatever reason, ag is starting to decline a bit in your community, whereas industry is rising, and yet in the general Central Valley, ag is struggling during their drought, but still strong?
Well, a lot of the agricultural are being mega companies, the Blue Diamond. So they don't have the small plants. They now have their mega plants. Hilmar Cheese, great company, does a great deal of cheese for all of the other companies. So it's easier to process in one location than the multiple locations that they have. Also, some of the ag is being processed overseas.
At the same time, we know you are a city near Modesto, which is kind of spreading out.
Yes, it is.
And so I'm wondering, how do communities like Riverbank keep their unique flavor as Modesto spreads its beautiful tentacles throughout the greater area?
Well, we're going to do our general plan differently than what it currently is. We're going to retract it from one major avenue, which is McHenry, and retract it up to Coffee and keep that area between Coffee and McHenry completely ag. That way there is a boundary no matter how far Modesto goes. And also there will be a boundary between Riverbank and Modesto on Riverbank's southern border that will be strictly ag.
So I must ask you, you have a pretty famous constituent.
Yes.
She happens to be the leader of the Republican Party in the Assembly.
Yes, she is.
She lives in your city. Her name is Kristen Olson. How does that make you feel to have the GOP leader in the Assembly as your constituent?
Well, I tell you what, she was smart in her move to Riverbank. She knows
from Modesto.
From Modesto to the City of Action. So that's, I'm pleased to have her there.
But what does it do for your community? I mean, it's got to help.
It does. It gives a strong image. We also have a supervisor of the county from that same city.
Who would have thunk?
I know. It's
Who would have thunk?
Small community.
His name is Richard O'Brien. He is the mayor of beautiful Riverbank, which is bouncing back beautifully during this tough economic times. My name is Brad Pomerance. We are joining you from Turlock, California. This is California Edition.